On September 13th, 2020, Lancaster City Police received a 911 call for a domestic dispute. According to the police, the caller reported that her brother was becoming aggressive and was attempting to break into her mother's house. If we look at the police body cam footage, the first officer on the scene approaches the residence and is met by a woman. Seconds later, a man exits the front door of the home and begins chasing the officer with a knife in his right hand. As a result, the officer was forced to discharge his weapon, killing the attacker. Now, I'll stop the video right here because we don't need to go into the gore of this very terrible situation. But what we do need to talk about is the media's response. Now, as a result of this incident, it seems as though there were some protests in Lancaster, Pennsylvania that may have proliferated as a result of the incident, at least the news of it. However, I want to show you some footage from a live broadcast by Lancaster Online's Dan Neffen.
Y'all think you was going to get home tonight? Y'all thought you were going to sleep tonight?
They're lighting the fucking car on fire!
This is Dan Neffen, Lancaster Online breaking news reporter. I am at the scene of the police shooting. I am on Fremont and Poplar Street where people have smashed two state police cars. People are throwing rocks. People are throwing rocks at two state police trooper cars. People are saying they shot a 14-year-old autistic boy. We have not confirmed any details about the person's mental health, period. However, police have said it is an adult male that was shot and killed during a domestic disturbance.
Our information at this time indicates that we have an adult male that's deceased, and the male was reportedly armed with a knife at the time of the officer involved shooting.
Okay, so you have the context. I do not doubt that there may have been protests, although I haven't seen any footage of picket signs or anything like that. What we do see is rioting in the street. Here, we have an article by Forbes magazine where the author mentions that he writes about leadership, politics, and social change. The headline reads, "What the Lancaster, Pennsylvania protests might mean for the Biden campaign." Now, the substance of the article is not crazy. They acknowledge that the police acted in defense, and the subsequent actions by a small group of citizens was probably misplaced. However, what's really interesting about this is if you look at the URL at the top of the page, the headline originally read, "What the Lancaster, Pennsylvania riot means for the Biden campaign and Black Lives Matter." So, for whatever reason, Forbes changed the substance of their original headline, and in their editing of the headline, they changed the word riot to protest and completely remove the phrase Black Lives Matter. So, obviously, I think the journalists at Forbes need some remedial training in the English language, so I'm happy to help. A protest is defined as an expression or declaration of objection, disapproval, or dissent, often in opposition to something a person is powerless to prevent or avoid. Okay? That's a protest. In contrast, a riot is defined as a disturbance of the public peace by three or more persons acting together in a disrupting and tumultuous manner and carrying out their private purposes. Okay, so there's a difference between a protest and a riot. And I think that we can all agree that protest equals good, riot equals bad. And the underlying point here that I'm trying to make is that, listen, going out and harming innocent people or destroying private property is not okay. Protesting is okay. That is as American as it gets. Okay? There's a difference I'm trying to highlight here. We should all be able to agree that rioting is bad, protesting is good. But when it comes to the media, it's important for you to know that your information is being heavily processed. And just from this example right here, they don't even know what the hell they're saying. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Be good to each other and have a wonderful night.